Here's findings in an interesting study we're sharing. They're about whether a job candidate can fake out AI-based interviews. In this video, I cover two elements: verbal ability and the ability to identify criteria that are being assessed. Hello, I'm Alan from Storied Self, and I'm a former counselor and recruiter, and I help people get better scores on their automated video interviews. They're not the same as a human-to-human interview, so you have to think about them differently. This is a study by Hickman, Liff, Willis, and Kim that looks at several interesting research questions. First of all, verbal ability is part of a person's general mental ability, GMA for short, and it's historically been one of the biggest predictors of successful job performance. Verbal ability relates to reasoning. It's analyzing relationships between things and evaluating arguments. The study's finding: verbal ability is not a significant factor to an interviewee's score. So if verbal ability is not necessary, then what? What is the distinction that drives communication, which is foundational to the HireVue competency system and other AI systems? We know that the flow of a story that you use in your response and that grammar too is important. These are similar abilities, but they're not altogether related to verbal reasoning, at least with behavior-based questions, which is what you're going to encounter. And that's because in this type of question, you're telling stories. And that is about providing context. It's about the flow of a situation and the meaning that you're making from it. It's also about who or what else was involved and how they relate to the meaning that you make. There was another important finding in this study. It was about whether an interviewee's ability to identify the criteria being assessed would impact their score. Sometimes you can do this. You can hear a question and guess what they're probing for. But again, good news, this is not a significant factor in your score. So don't stress about it. Don't spend mental energy trying to figure out questions' intent during your interview. These two findings show an interesting conclusion for interviewees who are preparing for interviews. It demystifies the automated video interview process, because mainly being smarter in an academic way does not mean you'll score better. An AVI assesses for motivation, attitude, and personality. Tell good stories, make meaning, and you'll unlock the potential for the employer you're trying to impress. So can you fake out an AI? Probably not, the article concludes. You can prepare for it, though. Check out the link in the bio for the exercises to improve your meaning making. Good luck.